All right, let's take a look at our fruit muesli. It's really got some weight to it now, and man, that cinnamon smell is powerful. What's up guys? Readiness Rations here with you again, and today we're gonna be digging into a Norwegian Arctic field ration, Norway's version of an MRE. Norwegian field rations are considered some of the very best in the entire world, and the menus I've previously tried out have been absolutely delicious. Before we get into the review, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like seeing these military ration videos here on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my future ration content, and let me know down in the comments what ration you would like to see me review next. So this is an Arctic field ration, or AFR for short. These are a singular individual meal kit, much like the US MRE. Even the calorie count is very similar to the American meal ready to eat, coming in at about 1,300 calories per ration. I was lucky enough to have the opportunity to review a dinner menu from one of these rations previously. I'll link that video right up here for you if you want to see that one. But this particular menu seems to be for breakfast because it is fruit muesli. This is a very international ration. All of the text is in several languages. We have Norwegian, English, French, and German. The best before date on this one was November 18th, 2023. And although at this point, this meal kit is out of date, I still expect it to be in good edible condition because these are freeze-dried meal kits. And as we've seen in the past, freeze-dried food tends to last basically forever. Let's tear into this one. Very easy open. First item is a real on-the-go caramel energy bar. Caramel, I never know how that's supposed to be pronounced. That is 40 grams. We have another real on-the-go brand bar, but this one is a blueberry protein bar containing 27% protein, also a 40-gram bar. A Colombian freeze-dried instant coffee, an ethanol disinfection swab, a little 2-pack of spearmint chewing gum, and this is our vacuum-sealed pouch for the entree. 440 grams of fruit muesli, providing 770 calories. That is a substantial entree. Like basically everything in these Norwegian rations, it is produced by the Dry Tech company, and although the main ration pack expired in 2023, the best before date on our muesli is 2028, so still a lot of life left in it. Looks like we have a package of hard candies here. Those are citron flavors, so they should be nice and lemony. That is a 50-gram package, and there are quite a few of those in there. They do include a ration spoon, and we have a real on-the-go beverage-based powder. This is energy drink with a taste of lemon, a seemingly perfect way to start the day. The last item in the ration is a resealable Ziploc bag, and that can be used for water porting or just holding unused ration contents. This is looking like a really solid, high-energy breakfast. I'm ravenously hungry this morning, so let's dig in. The directions on our muesli are super simple. Add water, wait 3 minutes, and enjoy. They suggest using water from 0 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees Celsius. So any temperature of water from freezing to boiling, it never fails. Every single time that I do a muesli, someone gets mad at me for using hot water. I prefer a porridge, not cereal. But the truth is, these can be prepared with either hot or cold water. It does not matter, it's all personal preference. Wow, there is a big variety of stuff in there. I can make out all kinds of little bits of fruit. We have some oats and what looks like some flatter cereal, similar to something like cornflakes. I have a pretty sizable clump of raisins and other stuff here. Let's go ahead and try that dry straight out of the package. Those raisins are really dry. The flavors on that are great though. Nice and naturally sweet from the raisins. It does have a little bit of a cornflake type taste. I will note, however, that despite that tasting pretty good, the smell this is putting off is not a good one. It has a little bit of that rancid oil kind of aroma that we get from old expired food. Hopefully that won't come through in the taste once we rehydrate it. So for the water, we're supposed to do our best to add it to that fill line. There is no indicator inside the pouch, so we're eyeballing it best. That was about 200 mils of hot water I just added. Now that the water has been incorporated, this is smelling very cinnamony. We'll seal that back up and give it its 3 minutes. And I suppose we'll move right into our Colombian coffee here. Large freeze-dried coffee crystals. They don't include any creamer or sweetener. So our coffee here will just have to be enjoyed straight black. This coffee has a distinctly brown color. My water has already cooled off a good bit, so I think we're ready for a taste test here. Cheers. Perfectly drinkable temperature-wise. Flavor-wise, this Colombian coffee isn't all that.
What did he say?
It's mild. Slightly bitter, not really any acidity. I would describe it as easy drinking. It's a medium roast at best, No real dark, burnt roast flavor. Mild and pleasant, a lot like a weak drip coffee. Not very robust, but certainly adequate. And with the coffee down, we'll move right into the next drink, our energy drink with a taste of lemon. This bag is absolutely terrible. Look at this thing. For one, there's drink powder all in the Ziploc, so it wouldn't close up. But even if it could close, it wouldn't do anything because the Ziploc is completely disconnected from the Mylar packaging. Let's just pull this out altogether. Yeah, that Ziploc is completely coated with drink powder. The drink powder itself is pretty clumpy. We can see a lot of it stuck to the edge of the package here. You're supposed to be able to mix this and drink it straight out of the bag, but it's not happening this time. We'll dump that powder straight into a glass here. Very chunky. Maybe that failed seal allowed a little bit of moisture to get in there. Do my best to get all this powder though. A lot of it is stuck to the inside of the package. This is supposed to be mixed with 300 mils of water. I'm going to pour the water into the bag first to try to pick up some of that residual, and then we'll pour that straight into our glass here. That was so chunky, it seems like it's going to take a good deal of stirring to dissolve. Let's take a look at our caramel energy bar here. Seems to be a cereal-based bar. We can see some dried fruit, looks like some raisin, puffed rice, maybe some type of cornflake. It has an intense caramel aroma. Smells really good. Very dense and sticky it seems. Good ratio of fruit to grain. Let's try it out. Chewy, pretty darn sweet, intense caramel flavor. That's really good. It has a little bit of a tanginess, which I wasn't really expecting. Maybe that's coming from some of the dried fruit. It works the jaw out something serious. Really dense chew, but that's super tasty. My hands are all sticky from messing with that drink powder and touching that caramel bar, so we'll get out our disinfection wipe here. Still nice and wet. It's a good size wipe. Pretty thin, similar to those in the US MRE. It is really soaked though, and just smells like straight alcohol. All right, let's take a look at our fruit muesli. It has absorbed a lot of that water and really sort of solidified. It's really got some weight to it now, and man, that cinnamon smell is powerful. Plop this out here. Seems to have a nice loose texture. I was expecting it to be a little bit more dense. Maybe it's because I didn't use super hot boiling water. Looks like most of the cinnamon sort of settled in the bottom. I gotta make sure I get every last drop of that. These real filled milled pouches are great for eating straight out of. But as usual, it's easier to do a review with everything on the tray here. This is an extremely sizable portion. Should be very filling. We can see our oats. Lots of raisins. Perhaps that's banana, hard to say. We have some little squares. I think those are pineapple. And those cornflakes I was seeing before have softened up a lot. The milk powders and cinnamon have all come together to make a very nice looking milky liquid here. Get a big old spoonful and Norwegian fruit muesli down the hatch. Instantly. That cinnamon punches. All the fruit is softened up. It's not nearly as hard as it was dry. This doesn't seem to have any added sugar. All the sweetness is coming from that fruit, and I really like that. The grains have softened up. The fruit still has a nice chew. It has a perfect ratio of moisture to actual food content. It's not at all gummy or sticky like a lot of mueslis I've run into in the past. This is delicious. Outstanding. There's just so much fruit in here. It's hard to see on the tray, but look at all those little squares of fruit. It's almost a 50-50 ratio of fruit to muesli. Milky, sweet, and cinnamony. That is right up my alley. And although we had a little bit of an old smell, none of that came through in the flavor. Guess we'll get a sip of our lemon energy drink here. It's quite a nice color. Really pleasant. As described on the package, energy drink with a taste of lemon. It doesn't have an overpowering flavor, just a light, artificial lemon taste to it. It's sweet enough without being overly sweet. It's a little bit tangy, hydrating, and tasty. You can't really ask for too much more from a ration drink. Since there was no meat component to this menu, I guess they had to include a protein bar. Wow, that is interesting looking. It definitely has that purpley blueberry color all throughout. It looks to be pretty much just dried blueberries and puffed rice, not really too much else in here. It is still nice and sticky, and I'm sure that sticky binder has all of our protein powder suspended. Has a very natural smell of dried blueberry. Let's give it a shot here. Strong blueberry taste. Very crunchy from the puffed rice. It's a little bit sticky and chewy, but not nearly as much as that energy bar was. This is going down a lot quicker. Those blueberries are the star. They bring all the flavor you could ask for. And sure, it has a little bit of that gritty protein powder kind of after thing going on, but the flavor of the blueberries make it a pleasant eating experience nonetheless. We still have our citron candies here. They are sort of stuck together, but break apart easy enough. There are a lot of them in this bag, and they basically just look like a lemon hard candy. No smell really. Cheers. Sharp artificial lemon flavor. I've always been a fan of lemon candy, so this really takes me back to my childhood. Tart. It's basically made of sugar, so it's crazy sweet. They're hard, but not too hard to chew. Those will provide a lot of simple sugars for quick, easy energy, and it's nice they provide so many in the package, so you can sort of enjoy them throughout the day or maybe over a couple days. It might not be the most healthy ration item, but I think items like this are generally appreciated by the troops. It's always nice to get a little treat. And that, my friends, was our Norwegian Arctic Field Ration menu #1 fruit muesli, an absolutely fantastic single meal ration and extremely tasty, maybe the best muesli I've had in any military ration. I can't wait to devour the rest of this for my breakfast once the cameras quit rolling. I want to extend a massive thank you to you guys for checking the video out. I truly appreciate each and every viewer out there. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up to help it out with the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my future military ration review content. Drop me a comment letting me know what you thought about the ration and the review, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See you then. Peace.